Hey guys, welcome to 12 Steps to Throwing Success. This is the fastest demo I've ever done. So I'm going to start off with two rags, a clean one and a dirty one. One is going to stay dry, that'll be my clean one, and the dirty one is going to be wet. So this is a lot faster than I normally go, but I figure you guys can go back and rewatch this as many times as necessary. And these instructions go along with the Word document that I sent you guys. So first of all, you're going to clean your wheel. You want mostly clean, mostly dry. You don't need to polish the thing, just as long as there's not puddles of water. 2, confidence. Throw that stuff down. And then we are going to seal the base to make sure that no water gets underneath. Then we're going to compress, taking both of your hands, your wrists together. You're going to push forward as well as down. So forward with the heels of your hand as well as down with your thumbs. 5, we're going to center the clay using the heel of your left hand. So that should be pointed directly into the center of the clay. So when you push forward with your left hand, that in and of itself will make the clay go up. And use your body, not just your arm strength. It shouldn't be your arm strength at all. It should be your body leaning into the back of your hand. Your top hand is going to be on the top, pushing down. Now if you come off too quickly, it'll cause that wobble. So we're going to come off nice and slow and everything's going to be great. Now these two videos were not done at the same time, but they're close enough, so we're going to make it work. So making sure our piece is centered. Now we're going to create the hole. I'm using my left hand. I'm using my right hand to guide my left hand down into the center. And now we're going to check the thickness of the base of our pot using our needle tool, pushing down in the center, hold our finger there, and we should have about a finger's thickness. So it's looking good. Let's move forward. We're going to create the base now, and I'm pulling back with both of my hands in the same position that I had before, and I'm trying to keep my thumbs level so I don't create like a weird nipple in there. And you can rub your thumb back and forth over that area to smooth it out. Now we're going to create a volcano with my thumb into the center, same sort of hand position as we did with the compression, to bring that up into a volcano. Now we're going to lift. The inside hand is going to push against the wall. The outside hand, just the tips of your fingers, are going to touch that wall, and they're going to line up so that they're on either side of the wall. And then we're going to lift up. So our outside hand is pushing in against our inside hand. Okay? So we go back down to the bottom again. Again, I'm pushing against the inside hand. So I'm going to push in, hold it for a second, and then lift. Keeping both of my hands together and touching. The more you can have them touching, the better your life is going to be. That outside hand is all about the stability, okay? So if you're wobbling all over the place, make sure you can figure out how to stabilize that outside hand. Now, once you get up to the top, you might get that little flare up there, and you can just collar that back in. It's really similar to that sort of volcano thing that we did earlier. So your hands just wrapped around and lift up. Now we're going to trim off any sort of excess, holding your needle tool. Slowly guide that in until it hits your finger and then lift up. Okay? And we're going to clean off any sort of excess water or any sort of goop. Like, now's your chance to make your pot look pretty before we take it off of the wheel. I can use my wooden knife to trim off any sort of excess, but honestly guys, especially at the beginning, don't worry too much about this step, okay? Because it's just gonna make your life harder. So now we're gonna actually cut the piece off of the wheel. So I'm gonna hold that nice and tight, push down against the wheel head, and pull towards me, okay? While the wheel is spinning slowly. Now that it's not connected anymore, I'm just going to undercut it one more time with water on the wheel so I can kind of hydroplane that off, and I'll give it a little push and a twist, and voila, I have my little pot. There's no water on the inside. I'm super excited. Now let's cut this in half and see what's going on. Okay? Ideally, what we're looking for is a nice even wall thickness from top to bottom. And that is That's what we're going for, guys. About finger thickness. You don't have to go too crazy on the inside. Here's a little sample of what my fingers look like when I'm lifting. They are touching each other. They are at the same, they're mirroring the same side on either side. Okay? Don't be afraid to cut up your pots. Keep in mind that when you're working on this, you are going to fail. You're going to fail more times than you are going to be successful. You will get better. Progress will happen. I promise, guys. Don't let perfectionism be the enemy of success. Just keep trying. The more you try, the better you will get.